Selectors are important in order to select an HTML element to apply a style to it. The first one is the universal selector, and here once I will add the color, so here the color is the property and here it's the value of the property. So here I will give it as an example blue. So all the HTML element that I have here, the section and those child elements and also the aside elements and also this h3 will get the color blue. So as you can see here, we have the type HTML elements. As an example, I can select this h1. So here I will give it the color blue. So only the h1 that exists in this HTML code will get the color blue. There is also the class and the ID. So as an example, the class is an attribute. Here I will give it as an example title, and I can give it one or more classes. I can give it also title tree as an example. So here to select the class dots and the name of that class, here I will give it the color blue. I will select also the other class title 1, and here this is another property that we will see later, but I will use it just to give you an idea. Here it will be underline and so on. I can select also this one. So let's see. As you can see, this one was gave us this color blue and this one gave us this text decoration. Now there is the grouping selector. So as an example, if I want, but before that, let me show you the ID. So the difference between the class and the ID, that the ID accept just one ID, not many. So as an example here, I will do title, and here to select the hashtag and the name of the ID. Color, I will make it red, as you can see here. Okay, now for the grouping selector, imagine that I want the h1, the h5 and the p paragraph to have the same style. To do that, I will select it like this, and the h5 and the p paragraph color to be red as an example. So as you can see here, this is the grouping selector. Now we will see the combinators, and the first one is the descendants combinator. It will match all elements that are descendants of a specific element. So as an example here in this section, I will add also, or I will add here a header. Inside it I will have the h1, and here I will have an h1 here, title 1 or 2. Now I want to select all the h1s that it exists in this section. To do that, so I will remove this here, select section and just the h1, just like this. So here I will do color, it will be brown, and as you will see here, the two of them, even this h1 is inside the header, but because h1 is a descendant of the section and also this one, it's got that color. Now I want to select only the direct children of the section, which means that I don't want this h1 that it is within the header, but just the direct children, which is this one. So I will do that. I will duplicate it here so you can see the difference, and to do that I will add this the greater sign symbol. I will add it here and we will see the results. So the first one, which is within the header, didn't get the color brown. I can show you also. We will add just an article, and inside this the h1 article title, and it will not get the color, but because it's not a direct children. Let's see. So here article title. If I have below it an h1 direct children, let's see. Here it's got the color. Hopefully you understand this one. And now the second one will be the adjacent sibling combinator. It will select an element that is directly after another specific element. So as an example, let's get this h1 and h5. So here I will remove this here plus the h5 color, as an example, blue. So it will see if we have an h1 and it is followed by an h5, it will color this h5. So let's check. Here I have it here. So if I, as an example, copy this and make it here, it will color also the h5. Now we have also the general sibling combinator, and it is similar to the adjacent sibling combinator. The difference is that the element being selected doesn't need to be immediately succeed the first element, but it can appear anywhere. So let's check. So as an example, the symbol of the general sibling combinator is this one. So this one, and as an example, I have the h1, the h5, and I will make as an example a paragraph. So here, this is a paragraph, and because we have this general sibling, it will get the color even if we have this here. So let's check. So it's got the color. And also if I add as an example an a tag, this is a link, you see that it's got the color. So the difference between them, so if I make the plus, this one will get the color blue for the h5 and this one not. So let's check. As you can see here, it didn't get the color blue, and this one got the color blue. So those are the selectors. As you can see, they are really important, and we will use them in our project.